Chosen Vessels, was the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Your ops can't even deal with you anymore because of all that self-improvement. You keep surpassing them and don't stop. All right, these ops. All right, these ops. I'm starting to think these ops are worse than the cops. All right. These ops, the opposition, they take no rest. They take no rest. But the positive thing about that is they've caused you to not be able to rest. And the thing that they don't understand is that every time they come up against you, it's going to backfire. They may not be able to take any rest because of you, and now you can't take any rest because of them. They're not getting anywhere with this torment. Even if they broke you down, they would just be happy at the fact that you weren't able to live your life or become successful. And that if that is that big of a win for someone to try to stop somebody else's W, that's sad. If your lifelong dream or goal is to stop me from living mine, that's sad. But your ops can't even deal with you anymore because you keep improving. All the trouble, all the bad things, all the negativity, all the things that they tried to do to get you to hate them, right? It caused you to improve yourself because you don't want to hate people. It's so easy to get upset over what people do and say, you know what, man, I hate you. That's the easiest thing to do, to get upset with someone and tell them, you know what, I hate you. Like that's the easiest thing to do. But the hardest thing to do is to continue to have love for people that have disdain for you. And that's where your power lies. Your power lies with love, because love is going to destroy your enemies. Love is going to destroy your ops. Love is going to make them crawl back in that little hole they came out of into the darkness that they are most used to dwelling in. All right, that's what your ops are going to do. Your ops are about to get a prime opportunity, all right, to lose, to continue to lose. You keep surpassing them and don't stop. They're waiting for you to stop. They're trying to put your fire out. They're waiting for you to stop, drop, and roll. All right, they're trying to hit you with the fire extinguisher. They're trying to hit you with the fire hose. All right, and we all know the history on that. They trying to hit you with the fire hose. All right, man, we done had enough of that. All right, so your ops can't even deal with you anymore. All right, these people cannot stand the fact that you don't give up. They want you to give up. All right, and if you give up, all it does is give them the satisfaction that they had a hand in it. They don't get anything from there's no point in even getting upset anymore, because they can get upset. I mean, they can get you upset. They can feed off your energy. Like they can do that. You know, it might preserve that demon on them a little bit longer until the next time that demon needs to feed, because those demons gotta eat. They have to feed that demon. So what they do is they allow it to possess them and to cause problems for other people in their life. And through your reaction, it's like their supplement. Your reaction is their supper time. So the fact that they're giving you a hard time, the fact that they're making things difficult for you, it's like they can't even deal with you anymore. They started to try to tear you down. They started to try to make things difficult. They started to try to destroy you. Most people end up letting people take control of their mind, and they end up becoming this person's mental slave, and they end up destroying themselves for this person. But having love for people is basically like not giving them any reaction. Having love for them is having love for yourself, because you're not going to allow them to ruin your day. And the fact that they can't ruin your day, like if once you get to that point where you're not going to let them ruin your day, they're just wasting their time for real. If they can't upset you, that's no energy, that's no power, that's no fun. You're going to keep surpassing them and surpassing them and surpassing them. They're never going to be able to keep up with a person like yourself. They keep putting you at a greater advantage. They thought it was a disadvantage, but they're putting you at an advantage. Like the type of things that they take your mind through, it accelerates your growth. It's like steroids. All right, it's like steroids mixed with fertilizer. Like when you are working out and people want to bulk up real quick, they'll take some steroids. They don't understand that the pressure they've been putting you under is like steroids. They've accelerated your growth process. You know, you're a diamond in the rough, and the type of pressure that they keep adding on you, the type of pressure that they keep putting on you, trying to stress you out, it's only going to make you shine more. And it's only going to make you stronger. It's going to make you mentally tougher. It's like you keep hitting a hand over and over again. You keep breaking a bone over and over again. That hand gets tougher. That hand gets stronger. That bone gets stronger. That's how those ancient monks, and that's how people in Tibet and China and other parts of the world who do martial arts, when they break boards, it's difficult at first. But once they break that board over and over again, their hand becomes stronger than that board. Their hand becomes stronger than that brick. And even on a level to where you look at it like the Matrix, it's just a bunch of ions that are vibrating together at a certain rate to create whatever it is that the structure's made out of. Everything's made out of atoms and ions and particles and protons, all that stuff. Those things don't vibrate that fast. So when they hit it, it's dense. So it could break their hand. But if they break their hand, they let their hand heal, they wrap it up, the bone is going to be stronger the next time. So it takes a lot of pressure on a person's mind to be able to put themselves through that pain. So the type of pressure, the type of pain that they're putting you under also puts you under a lot of pressure. So what they don't realize is that pressure and that pain is accelerating your growth process. It's adding to your growth process. It's allowing you to become stronger. And the stronger you are, the easier it's going to be to deal with them, because what they're throwing at you is going to be like throwing a pebble at a brick wall. It's going to be like throwing an egg at a brick wall. It's going to be like throwing a potato at a brick wall. It's going to get mashed up, smashed up, and destroyed. So sooner or later, they're going to end up destroying themselves, trying to keep causing you to fail, causing you to fall, causing you to be destroyed, causing bad things to happen. It's only so much you can do to a person before this person ends up being under so much pressure that they end up turning into like a superhuman type of person. They end up having to use their brain a lot more than other people would. They got to strategize. They got to think 10 steps ahead. They have to plan. They got to put all these things in place to avoid all these negative situations they don't want. And that's why your ops can't even deal with you anymore. It's not fun for them. It's not fun for them to not be able to have control over you the way they want. It's not fun for them to do all these random stupid things and to not get any reaction. They live off of treating people unfairly. That's what they live off of. So the fact that they're unable to get what they want, that shows a person that they're not as powerful as they thought they were. And when you continue to outgrow them, outshine them, and surpass them, they're going to keep getting more and more and more insignificant. And that's the one thing that they hate. That's why showing love to them really destroys them. When you show them that you don't have any hate for them, it shows them that you're a lot stronger than they thought. Because I'm going to say once again, it's easy to have hate for people. What's hard is to defeat your own demon when dealing with a difficult situation or someone that you don't like, and they make you not like them on purpose. It's very easy to hate someone that wants to make you not like them, because you're going to hate how this person acts. You're going to hate their behavior, and that's going to cause you to hate seeing this person. If you don't like someone and you don't like their behavior and you don't like seeing them, sooner or later, what's that going to turn into? That's going to turn into hate. And that's what they are trying to do. They're trying to get you filled with hate, get you filled with rage. So that way their negativity can interact with the negativity in you. The evil in them can turn on the hatred in you. Even having hatred for evil, it's good, but it's not good to be. It's good to have like the idea of that's evil, I hate that, but you don't want to have the feeling of that hatred taking over you, stressing you out, raising your blood pressure up, causing health issues for you. That's worry. All right. You don't want to worry about these ops, and these ops want you to be worried about them. They want you to be obsessed with them. And you can't make them an obsession just because they're entertaining you and they're doing weird things. All right. You can't give them what they want. If you give them what they want, they're going to keep coming back. If you deprive them and you don't give in, all right, by giving them the reaction or getting upset or hating them or speaking illy of them or wanting bad things to happen to them, right, then you're the stronger person. And they don't want that strength within you, because as soon as you become that strong to where you can have love for the people that are trying to torment you, you're almost to the point where you're not going to give a shit about them at all. All right, you're at the point where you're not going to give a shit about them at all. And I wouldn't give a shit about them. Keep surpassing them and don't stop. You're to the point now where you're either going to focus on the things you need to do, or you're going to be worried about people who are trying to distract you. And it's okay to be aware of those who aren't for you or who are against you or who are the opposition, but solely focusing on them and making them your priority, making them something that your mind is fixated upon, that is hustling backwards. That's moving backwards. That's being positive backwards. That's being spiritual backwards. Have love for your enemies. When you love your enemies, it's going to throw them for a whirlwind. It's going to knock them on their back. Yo, that love that you have for them is going to get to them more than you hating them. Hating them is something that they want you to do. Hating them is easy. Hating them is why the devil put them in your life in the first place, because the devil he don't even care if you hate them. They want you to get off of that love frequency. That love frequency is your shield. Once they get you filled with hate and you turn from love to hate, now they're able to hit you with they're able to hit you with everything but the kitchen sink. They're able to get into your mind and play all types of games, because now what they have you involved with your hatred. And that hatred, it creates a connection between you and the person that you have it towards. So when you're hating someone, now there's an energy connection between you and them. And now these people can do witchcraft. These people can cast spells. They can send negative energy your way. And it has a direct link back to you because of that hate. It could hit. The only way it could hit is if you and them are energetically on the same level or same frequency. So this is why love and faith are your shield. Love and faith will protect you from your ops. Love is going to protect you from your ops. This is why they can't deal with you anymore. All right, because you haven't stopped. You haven't stopped what? You haven't stopped growing. You chose growth All right, you chose growth over foolishness. You chose growth over stupidity. You chose growth over retardation. You chose growth over being a idiot. Opps aren't that smart. Why you think they can't deal with you? They can't deal with you just because of love. That's not the only thing. They can't deal with you because duh. They can't deal with you because they're a duh air. They a dumb air. Dumb air. They a dumb air. A dumb airhead. So it's like, okay, Opps, people really want you to hate them. And it's like you have to think about that. Why would somebody want you to hate them that bad? That's because these people want to actually be you that bad. They want to take your face off and wear it. All right, they want to wear your face as a mask and parade and masquerade being you. And since they can't, they're your op. There are people who are so dissatisfied with the life that they have and want to be somebody else so bad that they'll make you hate them. They'll make you hate your life. They want you to hate everything because that's what they do. But when you have love, that love blocks that. So it's like when they try to make you hate them, I'm not going to allow them to do that. Having love for them is going to make them hate you even more. And that's something that you don't mind. Hating a person doesn't do anything to the person. It's like drinking cyanide and expecting somebody else to die from it. Somebody hating you or you hating somebody and expecting something to happen to them is like you drinking cyanide and expecting them to die from it. If you take the hate, if you take the bait, you'll take the hate. And if you'll take the hate, you'll more than likely take the bait. And you're not supposed to be doing either one. You're better than them, and you have to show them that you are. You're better than them. You have to show them you're better than them. And when you have love for them, that's showing them a clear sign that you're better. When you have love for people, instead of letting their hate and toxicity infect you, that's a disease. Hate is a disease. It's going to spread. But the thing is, love is going to protect you from that. And here's the thing about this, right? You know how I said hate is a disease and it'll spread? Hate lowers your immune system. Even when you're hating people for a just or righteous cause, hate lowers your immune system. So even when people are doing you wrong and you're like, I hate that mother, that's bad for you. That's destroying yourself. That hate. That's why the devil is trying to get them. That's why the devil's trying to get you to do that. Because if they're able to get you to hate them, then, like I said, you're destroying yourself. You're lowering your own immune system. You're making things worse for you. You're making yourself heavier. You're destroying your peace. It's a lot of things. Once you let go of love, everything else goes out the window. Joy, peace, everything good that comes with that. That hate, it awakens a demon inside of you. That hate removes the love from you. Now you could become possessed. When you get angry, when you get upset, you can't think straight. You get into this screaming match with someone. You get into an argument with someone. You don't even know what you're doing anymore. It's like people can get a reaction out of you over the smallest, simplest things. That's when you know that you have some hate that you're dealing with. And it's normal to hate people that are trying to cause you problems. It's normal to hate people that hate you. It's a natural thing. And, some hate is justified. The Bible says that. But you're not supposed to be overcome by it. And that hate is not supposed to stop you from having love. All right? Because having love for people that are doing petty things. All right? Of course, you're supposed to hate evil. But people who are doing these little petty evils, are these little negativity drive-bys, these little spell casting, street theater situations they've created, just to play with you, just to play with you as a person, just to play with your patience, to play with your positivity, try to play with your mind. These are ops. All right, these are people who can't deal with you, and you have to keep them at a level where they can't deal with you. The reason why they're attacking you is because they can't deal with you. You've already surpassed them. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to stoop down to their level. You stoop down to their level, that's their playing field. Arguing, screaming, yelling, being negative, that's their playing field. They can't deal with you like a regular person. See, here they can't deal with you on your level. And that's why they're trying to bring you down also. You have to stay on your level to where they can't bring you down, because they can't deal with you up here. They can't deal with you intellectually, even if you got to say nothing. Even if you got to say nothing, it's better to say nothing, because what? They can't deal with you on an intellectual level. They can't deal with you on the level of love. They got to deal with you on the level of hate. That's why when you give good for evil get butthurt. Evil gets mad. You know how mad you get when evil people get in the way? They're transferring that anger into you. When you don't allow that to happen by blocking it, you know what? I know not what they do. They know not what they do. And I got so much love in me, I know not what they do. I said it right. I know not what they do, because if they don't know what they're doing, why should I? If they don't know what they're doing, why should I? If they don't know what they're doing, why should you? If they don't know what they're doing, why should you? All right, so they don't even know what they're doing. I mean, I'm gonna have love for those that hate me, that have disdain for me, that don't want to see me win, that are ops, that aren't cheering for me, that don't support me. I'm gonna have love for you, because hate is something that you deal with. Hate is something that they deal with. Hate is something that they have an issue with, and they're trying to fill your heart with it. They want to make your heart heavy as a ton of bricks. You know, they have this thing in ancient cultures where they would weigh your heart, and it's ancient Egypt. All right, they would. I know some people don't like that Egypt, boy. All right, they will weigh your heart against a ton of bricks, or they will weigh your heart against a feather. Excuse me. Your heart has to be as light as a feather to pass over into the next realm. Otherwise, you're coming back. That's a representation of you had to have done so much good and eradicated all the evil and negativity out of your own spirit for you to be able to pass on to the next realm. And you'll find a lot of cultures who have similar practices or similar stories, similar folk tales about people having their heart weighed, or people having to be so good, or have such a level of purity to where they can go on to the next realm. Otherwise, you're going to be reincarnated, and you're going to have to come back here. And a lot of these spirits are tormented and bound to come back here. That's why a lot of people think this is hell. That's why a lot of people think Earth is hell. You ask somebody about hell, they'd be like, "Yo, you're living in it." But it could be heaven or hell, determining how you choose to go about it. If you allow people to make you hate them, you're living in hell. In heaven, there's no hate. It's pure love. It's pure peace. God's not going to allow that around him. You shouldn't allow that around you. All right. So, I mean, ops are ops. All right. They can't even deal with you because you're leveling up. They can't deal with you because the growth. They can't deal with you because you're not allowing them to have an entry point. That hate is going to be an entry point. You hate them, that opens the door for their negativity and so much more. When you have love, it seals the deal. It's your faith and your shield. All right, love is your shield. Love and faith are your shield. They protect you. Having love for people that do you wrong is so much easier. Now that I think about it, it's like, why didn't I do this before? Probably because I wasn't able to. But it's so much easier to do when people who have disdain for you, people who don't like you, it's easy. It's like, you gonna hate me? Cool. I'm gonna have love. And you don't even have to have love for them. You can just have love. All you got to do is not hate them. You don't have to be all fake and be like, oh, I love you. None of that fake stuff. Just don't hate them. Don't allow their hate to enter your spirit. And the stronger you become, the easier it's going to be. Once you stop hating them, you're going to be like, yo, what else is there to do? I've grown past the point of letting them upset me. I've grown past the point of letting them get to me. I've grown past the point of letting them ruin my day. What's next? Having love for yourself and having enough love for yourself to where you don't allow people to make you hate them. All right. So those ops can't even deal, and you're surpassing them, and you ain't going to stop. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. We most definitely will be back at you with another one.